Hello, welcome to another Gundam Battle Operation 2 video. That is the White Rider, which is looking pretty red here. And I'll be playing with Taru and King. And we actually met up with Sync Wavy in a random match, so we're going to have him along as well. And yeah, I'm not going to lie, this match is almost just a stomp. But gave me a chance to talk about the White Rider a little bit more. Because, recently the D2 came out, the Dolahan 2, the Pale Rider Cavalry 2, pretty much. And, some people were asking questions. I saw like on Reddit and, other YouTube comments about how the suit's just a copy, it's a clone. Well, I mean, some of it's very similar to the Cavalry, except for, like, you have to, like, focus charge the mega particle, the mega beam, right? But also people were pointing out about the Heavy Gundam and the White Rider. So I wanted to play a few matches of that. I think I played a few with the White Rider, then the Heavy Gundam, and then I immediately did even better with the D2. So the White Rider is, of course, they released it from it was a character in Code character is a suit in Code Fairy, and they completely butchered it going into GBO2. If you guys don't know, the White Rider had like another weapon, and it had shock dampener, surprisingly. And I believe when it did exam, or I think they called it Zeus. Yeah, you can see there, launch Zeus. It could do a dodge roll, maybe even two. I haven't played Code Fairy in a while. But yeah, and then in this game, they removed one of his weapons. They changed how its mega particle cannon worked. It used to charge super fast and do like a little bit of a continuous beam, right? In this game, the beam cannon, you have to charge it forever, and it does a lot of damage, but it also has a really long. You can tell they just changed the beam and how it works, but not the animation, because your character just sits there after firing the beam after it shoots out like a Unit 4 cannon, right? And you're sitting there like, I'm gonna pretend like I'm still firing this beam, which is kind of stupid. And then of course, did I already say they removed shock dampers? They did that, and I think for the Zeus they changed it up as well, where you do more range damage, and then you don't get a dodge roll. You get force injectors, which is cool, I guess. But this suit, it does have some handy things about it. Like it does have balancers, and it does have melee combo controller, and it has a pretty nice damage dealing weapon. And it does have a way to get to that melee weapon with a instant stun from the grenade launcher that you have. The Gatlin takes a while to it has a slower fire rate than something like the D2 and the Heavy Gundam, which, man, the Heavy Gundam has like 90 bullets, I believe. Oh my god, look, that's 2 for 2 shots now with the Mega Beam. And unfortunately, I got really greedy and I wanted to get that kill, and I was the last guy on my team, so, I'm going to die because I'm support. But yeah, the Heavy Gunner had like 90 bullets, and the D2 has like 60, and they both have a pretty good firing rate. I believe the D2 actually is the fastest to stun out of the three, with like 25 bullets. I want to say the Heavy Gunner takes like 3, but and of course you also have like the missiles can help with that for stun accumulation. But yeah, out of the 3 that I've played, I gotta say, I've been enjoying the D2 a lot more, and I've been doing a lot better with the D2 as well. It seems like the D2, well, the Heavy Gundam does have the damage, I have to say, like the uncharged beam cannon or beam shoulder cannon that the Heavy Gundam has. Like uncharged, I was doing over 4,000 damage, which is nice. But the problem with it is that it does not stun at all unless you charge it up. It does charge decently fast, but yeah, people are just gonna shrug it off, and they'll continue kicking your ass, and then you don't really have a very fast stun accumulation to stop people that are coming right towards you. So you're playing a suit that has the damage potential, but it doesn't have a presence in the larger scale of the battle, right? Like if you see a Heavy Gundam shooting at you, like you can just walk up to it and just shit all over, right? Unless it's fully charged, and then you want to be a little bit scared, right? Because it can just stun for his team. And it does have a little bit of range on it. I believe if you fully charge that shoulder cannon, it would be 550 range. So yeah, that's pretty decent. And then of course the White Rider. The White Rider, to me, Somebody put it in words. I believe it was Gundam Nuggers. I like watching his channel a little bit. I'll go ahead and link to his channel and Sync Wavies as well for this episode. This video. The White Rider lacks a. You're spending more time watching than fighting, and of course that depends on the match, you know. But it seems like the most of your damage output is going to be geared towards trying to get that cannon out, that beam cannon, and then you try to get close to do your your instant stun to your melee. But it's very predictable what the White Rider is going to try and do. It needs that stun to get, if it's close to you, he's going to try and get the instant stun and try and melee you. And then of course the only times I've seen people use the Zeus for this suit is when they're near dead and they're trying to look for a quick kill with the Hades, or they're planning to do something stupid like at the beginning of the match. They do the Hades, get the shot off with the beam cannon, and then they go forward to die, because you know what happens when your Zeus runs out, right? Your legs break. So the only benefits that Zeus gives you, it doesn't give you a dodge roll, which honestly we saw from the Zeta HML, giving a support a dodge roll for having increased ability. You're at lower health, you pull out your exam, or in that case for the HML, it's the biosensor, and that one gets like a double dodge roll, right? I believe. It works just fine for the HML, but for some reason on this suit they removed it. They completely changed how its kit works. I guess they're terrified that the White Rider would be really good, which I mentioned before that some of the devs, they like to overbalance supports. It just feels like it for this suit. Like they're definitely scared of what this suit could do. Which was get pretty aggressive with its stuns and going for melee, which honestly would make just a fine suit of itself, a completely unique kind of feeling support, one that's just super hyper melee, something similar to a GPO4, but GPO4 is not super hyper melee, right? It's really good at helping assist the team, and as you can see in this match, the White Rider is pretty good at if nobody's targeting, because the Red Rider on the enemy team has been doing a pretty poor job of coming after me. It can do really well at assisting the team, supporting the team even, with its damage. And of course, backing up a teammate if they get stunned, they can provide the stun for that. And it seems like that's what they're trying to get you to do, is to be that background kind of suit, and then hope nobody notices you while you charge up that cannon and then shoot them. But this is GBO too. People are going to stop you, and a lot of people I've seen with the White Rider, they're going to charge that cannon first and foremost. That's how I've played it, because you want that. You can nearly kill somebody. That's amazing. That's great. But then you have to spend the next match, with the Gatling gun, and then you have 3 instant stun rockets. And you can run out of ammo very fast if you're not careful. Like, if you just going up against everybody, run out of ammo pretty fast. And again, you'll be watching instead of participating in a match. And that's where the D2 comes in, where the D2, it has the damage potential, the combos. Of course, it has its own weird flaws, and I don't even think it's the best 450 support. Actually, it would be up there, actually. Yeah, I think it would be up there. I'm the guy that plays Zoc, but real quick, mission complete. We'll see what we got going on here. I am very brightly colored compared to my my teammates. I did not get on the board, but Sync, King, and Taro got up there. They did pretty fine. I'm going to imagine they got top 3, because as you can see, I got 4th place, 5-1, and I did get some pretty good damage, 85k. And yeah, I'm fine with that. I was doing my job, just providing that backing up support fire. Every now and then going for the melee whenever I see a chance. You see there's moments in that match where I pull out my melee, but I can see that my team is already like up in the enemy's grill, so I'd back off and just use my Gatling gun. Which, so if your team is already being that aggressive, you're just going to be spending your time just using that Gatling, or trying to help them with the stun, because you don't want to be going in for the melee unless, of course, you're open to that. Or the enemy's open, and then you can go in for that to help your team. But yeah, with the D2, it does have, we have to mention that Shekinah composite weapon switching ability, where you can have your weapons out instantaneously. So you can use your focus fire beam into your missiles, into your Gatling, or your Gatling to your missiles for a quick stun accumulation, or even an instant stun if you're quick enough with the the D2 focus beam or mega beam, which I know if I would have used the D2 this match, I probably would have gotten a lot more damage potentially, because the Gallon fires faster. I don't think it does as much damage as the White Rider's Gallon, which I guess that's the benefit for the White Rider, is that has a slower fire rate, but it has faster or has a more damage, right? But the D2 just has that insane damage potential and has the versatility to engage at longer range. I believe for the White Rider, it's either 300 or 250 for the Gallon. I believe it's somewhere similar for the D2, but that focus beam goes to like 400 range, and it charges insanely fast, and it doesn't overheat, so you can do that again. And then, of course, as we mentioned, you can switch your Shekinah weapon, another Shekinah weapon, to get added damage, and then you can throw in that beam rifle that it has, the hyper beam rifle, for another quick 2,000 or even 3,000, depending on the suit, another thing of damage like that. So, having played these three suits, which, to be honest, though, the Heavy Gundam one was kind of awful to play through unless I had a really coordinated team. I'm gonna have to go with the D2, having played it. The White Rider, I think, has its advantages. I mentioned this before. I think it might have been the D2 initial thoughts. The White Rider does have an instant stun. It has balancers and melee combo, and it has a way to just take somebody out of the match pretty much with the Mega Beam. But you're going to be spending a lot of your time doing nothing else. You're going to have to get really aggressive on the enemy team afterwards, and you have to get really close range for its weapons. And that's something kind of hard for the White Rider to do, because you'll be targeted a lot. And you don't have a super fast, like let's say somebody has maneuver armor, it's not going to be the quickest way to do your instant stun into your Gatling. Meanwhile, you have something like the D2 that can stop maneuver armor with its missiles, and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the D2 as being the better of the Shekinah supports. Again, to recap, the Heavy Gundam, I think, has the damage potential, but it really does not have a presence in the field. You kind of have to pull. You have to have a coordinated team. Like, if you have a coordinated team, it does do the damage, and it can provide that to the team. It can help support-wise. The White Rider has potential as being a closer range unit. It has a way to take somebody out of the match really fast. But once you run out of those weapons at close range, you're going to be in trouble. And of course, the Zeus, provides almost nothing besides having to charge that beam faster. It doesn't even ready up faster. It just makes it do more damage, and you get to charge it up faster, which, it's nice, but, then you just have the Gallon to work with and the grenades. And then the D2, for me, just has the versatility to engage in mid-range to close range. It has a better stun potential. It has a way to continue fighting, or at least it has a presence where it can continue getting stuns off with the beam or the missiles, or at least enough damage to where the enemies are going to go, hey, that's a lot of damage. I'm going to go prioritize that guy real fast. Because I'm assuming, like, if you're playing a White Rider and you don't have the Mega Beam, you're teaming up with somebody. Like, let's say you're with the Black Rider, like in this match. People are probably going to go after Black Rider before you. Let's be real. D2, if you're depending on how the rest of this week goes, I'm going to see a lot of people trying to prioritize that D2 as well, equally as well as the generals. To make a comparison to a higher cost support, the Yagdoga, I've been seeing the Yagdoga do better nowadays, but it's not because it's actually been doing better, but it's because people have been ignoring it. That's not really good. that this just shows that people are really not they don't think of nothing of it, and that includes me. But the D2, you kind of have to take notice, because if you sit still for a moment fighting that, it's going to do its damage to you. It's going to mess you up. And if you have it's perfect for having to joining up with another teammate to do that damage. To pretty much just wipe out somebody really fast. So, to me, so far, my opinion, I think the D2 is the best of the Shekinah supports. But let me know in the comments how you guys feel about that. I know there's some heavy Gundam fans out there, and I know there's some people who like the White Rider more. And again, there's some advantages those two have. But for me, looking at it, I think the D2 is just the better of them. And yeah, but so that's going to be in this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you want. I'd really appreciate it. And, you know, type up in the comment section. Again, just let me know how you feel about the, which of the Shekinah supports, maybe that you fought in, or you fought, or maybe you played as. Which one do you think is the better one in your opinion? Or maybe, which one, I know there's some people who prefer one way or another. So, you know, if you prefer a suit over another, and maybe that's why you like it preference-wise, or you like the way they happen to do things, that's fine too. Just let me know, because I like to have a little discussion about this. Because I know there's, you know, a lot of people were questioning the D2 and the, you know, the White Rider, and you know, but which one of the Shekinah supports is the best? And for me, I think it's the D2. But yeah, hopefully we can get a nice discussion about it, or maybe, you know, if I do my spectator stream on Friday, hopefully we can go into a discussion about that as well. Maybe showcase those suits a little bit more. I think I might actually get some videos of the D2. More videos of the D2. For me, the Heavy Gundam, I just cannot make the Heavy Gundam work, unfortunately. I had to get like a whole crew with me to make sure I coordinate well for that, because I've been trying to do like custom matches, ain't working. But I know it has the potential, because I know some of my friends, like Dion, haven't played with him in a while. He can actually do really well with that suit. That's at higher cost. Actually, at higher cost, you know. Now I think about it, Heavy Gundam might have potential at higher cost. You never know, because it does have a, you know, higher damage output. So there's some other things to consider with the these supports. And of course, you know, the White Rider goes to 500, which I haven't seen a single White Rider at 500 yet. And then I've been seeing the D2 a lot more. So again, there's a lot of things to consider with these three suits. And yeah, that'll be it. And let me know how you feel. And I'm sorry if I'm trying to be as articulate as I can, but there's something in my vocabulary I'm missing to describe some of the things I'm trying to attribute to these suits. The best I can say is that the Heavy Gundam lacks a presence in the field. The White Rider just watches. It doesn't have enough input in the match, and then the D2 has both of those. So that's as much as I can articulate, so I'm sorry. Hopefully you guys can get what I mean, and then you can kind of tell me how you feel. But yeah, okay, now for real, goodbye. Bye.